Okay. All right, guys. So, Team Amplify first call.
So
Huh?
exciting.
I know. I've been like really wanting to do team calls for a really long time, and I always felt like I didn't have enough coaches on my team, that I just didn't have like enough to say, and then I wasn't like knowledgeable enough. And now I'm just like, I've been doing this for 6 years. There's really no reason why I haven't started it sooner. Um, and there's really no perfect time to start something like this. So I'm just like gonna dive head in and see how we do. I'm gonna share my screen really quick. So because there's a lot of new coaches, I'm going to kind of be going over the daily vitals, but with a little bit extra added in. So I'll just be talking about the main things that we do as coaches, like kind of what's expected of us, what makes a good coach. And then I'll kind of break it down with giving you guys like some ideas for how we invite, for how we post, things that we do every day to kind of put our business a little bit, to get our business moving forward every single day. I'm already seeing like some of these new girls on here posting on your Instagram stories all about this opportunity, sharing workouts and sharing, our shakes. And it's just really cool to see so many people all of a sudden on this team. And it's just really starting to grow, and it's a really great thing. Okay. So just different topics that we're going to discuss today. So daily vitals. I'm just going to go over these quickly. This isn't going to be a very long call. We'll just kind of get right to the point. So Beachbody has, that's a weird thing there. Beachbody has 4 daily vitals. This is what our like company mantras. This is like what we go by. So being a proof of the product. So simply put, we drink Shakeology. We are always working towards some sort of health and fitness goal, whether it's to lose weight, whether it's to tone up, whether it's to gain weight, whether it's to gain muscle. We're always constantly being a proof that these products are working. You don't have to be someone who loses 100 pounds. You don't have to be somebody that has this gigantic transformation, but your transformation may even be more mental than it is physical. But being a proof that these products do work, that the accountability groups do work. Invite. So we, as coaches, our number one priority is to invite others to this opportunity. I know you guys had hopped on our coach webinar a couple weeks ago where I shared all about inviting and how you really never know who's going to need this. I think when I had reached back out to Chelsea, like I didn't know if you were going to hop on board. I knew you were kind of already doing your own thing, but I said to myself, like, my job as a coach is to always reinvite people. So I reached out. I'm glad I did. And you just don't know who needs this and where it might be somebody's perfect time. Recognizing people in our group. So they like to put things in threes: recognize. But one of the biggest things that you will notice, like in our challenge groups, on our team page, I'm going to get whoever's brand new, I'll get you into the Team Boom page as well. So you're right now in the Team Amplify page. That's just my downline, but I will get you added into the Team Boom page too. That's like a coach page for all the coaches on our team, where we started with like Pat and Annie. If you guys were on that team call the other day, you got to meet the siblings and Amy. So on all of those pages, one of the biggest things we do is we recognize others, whether it is a challenger in our group who shared their first sweaty selfie, whether it is Lori who finished her 80-day obsession challenge, whether it doesn't even matter. Maybe someone did personal development for the first time and they shared about it, selling your first challenge pack, changing your first life in this business. We recognize those things. I always say the thing that's missing from so many professions is that exactly. So as a teacher, we very, very, very rarely get recognized for our efforts. We can go above and beyond for a student. Very rarely are we shouted, like, do we get a shout out from a principal or do we get a shout out from a superintendent? It doesn't happen very often. In this business, human beings thrive on being recognized for things. It's just like human nature. So we do love to recognize our challengers, our coaches, for everything and anything that's going on. It's important to keep like to boost morale and just to make people feel good altogether. And then personal development. So this can depend on whatever you're going through in your life right then and there. I loved the 5 second rule by Mel Robbins. That's one I'll throw out there right now. So I was a 25-time snooze machine. Like I just snoozed my alarm like 20 times before I would get up. And reading that book, listening to her talk about, as soon as that alarm goes off, you've got 5 seconds for your feet to hit the ground and you got to get out of bed. Like that book, I don't know if any of you guys have read that one, like completely changed my life. But then there's also, you might need personal development. That's why it's called personal development. It's for whatever you need. So you may need help with staying accountable to your workouts. You may need help in a relationship. You may need help with balancing day-to-day activities. You might just need that push to be told like you are worth this. So there's PD for a million different topics. So it's really important that you find a personal development book, whether it's on Audible, which personally I love because on my commute to work, which I don't have right now, but when I was commuting to work, listening to something on Audible was a way for me to like start my day in such a positive headspace and to learn a little bit more about myself and about what things that I can do daily. But reaching out to other coaches on the team and asking them for advice as well on maybe a specific topic, something you're struggling with at that moment. Sometimes spouses aren't very gung-ho about this coaching opportunity in the beginning, and there is PD for that. So always reach out and ask any of the coaches in our group for recommendations because we can help you with that. Daily to-dos. Okay, so I did a training a few years ago, and this just for me was the biggest, I guess I can make this a little bit bigger, right? Yeah. This was the biggest takeaway and the biggest transformation in my business was finally having something very, very specific. So we do have the business activity tracker that's right in the Coach Online office. I can share it to the team page. You can see the different daily to-dos that as coaches we do. It's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful thing. If you want to be successful and you follow that every single day, it's great. For me, I needed something way more specific and I needed a little bit more of a challenge. So every day, writing down your affirmations. So these are kind of things you're putting out into the universe, not necessarily things that are true right at that moment. So Chelsea, your goal is to become an emerald like as soon as possible. I know you're really, really passionate about that. So one of your affirmations you would write in the morning or whenever you write down your affirmations would be, I am an emerald coach. Or maybe your goal is to cycle 1,000 points on your weak leg. You would write like, I am cycling 1,000 on my weak leg every single week. So daily affirmations are, I'm a 5-star diamond. I am quitting my full-time job, right? You can put these daily affirmations out there into the universe. You write them down on a piece of paper. This is just a way for you to stay positive about what your goals are. So they're not necessarily things that are true right then and there, but they're kind of things that you are aiming for. Okay. Or it can be something as simple as, I'm an awesome leader. I am leading a team to the top 100 teams in the business. I am leading an elite team for the year 2020. And we'll go more into elite and all of those things one-on-one when we have some of our one-on-one calls. Planning out your day. So when I did this call, every single day in the morning, I would literally write out every single minute of my day. So it would say I would wake up at 5 a.m. I would write from 5 to 5:15 daily affirmations, from 5:15 to 5:20 my goals, from 5:20 to 5:35 chug my energize, from 5:45 till 6:15 press play on my workout. And then obviously I would be going to work. So then I would say the next 45 minutes were scheduled in for personal development. So I would have a list of literally from the moment I woke up to the moment I went to bed of what I was going to be doing all day. And this did not all have to be Beachbody related, but this way it just gives you an idea of the things that you have to do that day. And it makes those really, really, really important tasks visible right in front of you. So writing down the plan for your day is super helpful. If you don't go into every day with some sort of plan, you usually end up not doing the most important tasks. A personal development book called Eat That Frog is all about doing the thing you hate the most in the business first, getting that one thing out of the way. Maybe you really hate inviting people because it's just like a pain in your ass and it's uncomfortable for you. Do that first. The next thing we have here is writing down your goals. So again, this is similar to affirmations, but affirmations is more like something you're trying to like manifest, where writing down your goals is what are your actual goals? What are your goals for the next week? What are your goals for the next month, for a year from now, 5 years from now? I like to keep these goals for my business, usually related to either my income or my rank or lives that I'm changing, or there's another one, like what my volume would be. So we'll get more into volume and the importance of that when we do our one-on-ones. And then obviously we use our product. I remember going back and forth with Shakeology. I always bought it every single month, but like there were days I just like skipped it because I just like forgot to make it. If you schedule that into your planner, you will drink your shake every single day and you will reap the benefits in your body. I promise you that. Then I like to, down here, this is more specific on what I do every single day to grow my business. So for me, you know, it might say in the business activity tracker to start some new conversations, like with people in social media, whatever. For me, I like to write 10 new conversations. This isn't always the easiest task, but it's a way for you to really grow who you're talking to. And having these new conversations doesn't have to be anything awkward, and it doesn't have to be business related, but it can be somebody that's on your Instagram page that you think is pretty cool, and you see their Instagram story and you're just like, oh my gosh, that was such a cute video of your daughter dancing in her play, whatever. That's you starting a conversation and making a connection to someone. So by starting new conversations, you're starting to develop a relationship with people. 5 to 10 invites daily. I always did more close to 20, but especially if you're just starting, getting 5 to 10 invites a day is amazing. So reaching out to people, inviting them to your challenge group, inviting them to the business opportunity, or even if your invite can be like, you might have already invited them to a challenge group and they wanted to know a little bit more. But let's say that they're a night shift nurse and you're like, oh shit, I know nothing about that nightlife, like work thing. So you might say, hey, let me throw you on a message with my friend Christina. She works nights. She can help share how she fits this into her schedule. So that's a simple invite. You're inviting, but then you're making that connection, and it's just going to be so helpful in your business. So you can do 5 to 10 invites daily. You can do 20 invites daily. The goal really though is to get invites done every single day. So you're continuously growing your business. And don't be surprised if you get a lot of no's or complete ghosting. They will eventually answer. Expanding our network. So I know, Chelsea, you have a pretty big following on here. Lori, we've been working, I mean, both of us every day, we're following new Instagram accounts. We're trying to get our following up there. But basically there's a couple different ways that we can do this. So one of the things is so I'll take Lori, for instance. She's a runner. She runs marathons like it's her job. And so let's just say she might not go into like Nike because that's such a huge thing, but there might be a different hashtag that she really loves to follow. So she may follow that hashtag and then see the other women on that hashtag who have followed it too. And we would start, if you're a runner, you might start following those Instagram accounts and forming a connection that way. So seeing people that might be like you who also are marathon runners, or seeing someone that maybe likes the same lip gloss that you do, like it doesn't matter, but just making that connection with somebody by expanding our network. And then, so we talk about regular invites, like invites to a challenge group. We also have recruiting invites. So there may just be somebody on your page that you see all the time is like working out, eating healthy, sharing about their journey, but they're not into Beachbody from what you can see. But they just like scream that they would be a good coach. So many people would be nervous to reach out to those people, but those are the people that I'm like, hey, did you ever think about becoming a health and fitness coach? Because you would clearly like rock it. And they might say, oh yeah, like I've thought about it. It's just not for me. But then you're going to get surprised with the random people that are like, I really have thought about this and I just really don't know much about it. And then boom, there goes you being able to segue into this amazing opportunity we have as coaches. I wrote sow trees. That's cute. I need to fix that. It's going to bother me forever. So then we talk about our stories, Instagram stories. So if you're not big on Instagram yet, get big on Instagram. Share your workouts, share your shakes. But one big thing we try to say, don't like show off your Shakeology cup with the word Shakeology on it and be like, this is my energized packet. Like, we don't need to share everything about our brand name because it screams salesy. So instead we just will be like, I'm drinking my chocolate superfoods. It tastes like a Frosty from Wendy's, right? Like, or you can share just like it's a chocolate superfood powder and your banana and your peanut butter. And just some people will say like, this is the equivalent of 6 salads in one chocolate shake. And that's a way for us to share on our Instagram stories without saying, this is Shakeology from Beachbody. And then you're just like spewing words that people see that and they get turned off by it because there are salesy people out there. But that's not what this team is about. So posting to our stories, but not just posting workouts, being real. So sharing your actual life with people. So the good, the bad, and I don't mean you have to share every single little tidbit. Like there are certain things in our life that are personal and you can keep those personal, but you do want to make sure that you have lifestyle posts in there as well. So people see what you're doing every day. And then posting. So I have to get a little bit better than this. I used to be really good. I used to post every single day. Or at least every other day, like on my Facebook or on my Instagram. And I've been slacking. I'm really good at my stories, but I've been slacking in my posts. So that is something that I want to get better at. Did I not put the last slide? I thought I did. Hold on. Okay, I didn't, but I'm going to, where did I have that? Oh, I must have deleted it on accident. Okay, I'm just going to talk to you guys about the different kind of posts, and then I'm going to open up the floor to any questions. So we have a few different types of posts when we're talking about posting on our Facebook, right? We have our lifestyle posts. That's just our day-to-day things. It might be you and your baby. It might be you and your kids out pumpkin picking. It might be you sitting in traffic, commuting to work. That's a lifestyle post. You're just being yourself, something that you're doing day to day. Then we have our engagement posts. So these are posts where you're looking for feedback, right? So again, I'm just going to like name drop Chelsea again because you're really good at this. You post a lot and you're always asking for opinions or you're asking for people to help you come up with ideas for something, or you just have a way of asking people and engaging with other people. So engagement posts could be in your stories where you're like dropping a poll in there, but it can also be on your actual feed where you're asking the public a question. When people start commenting underneath your post, that is an opportunity for you to start a conversation with them. So that leads to the whole creating new conversations with people that, you know, somebody might comment something, you might message them, oh my God, thanks so much for the comment on my poll. I wasn't sure if I wanted to dye it red or blonde, but I think I'm going to go with what you said and dye it red. That's just a way to start a conversation with somebody. Something so simple, but now you're in a conversation with maybe a complete stranger and it can take off from there. So I did lifestyle, engagement, and then we have something we call breadcrumb posts. So think about leaving a trail of breadcrumbs and somebody like slowly kind of like following you. We have challenge group breadcrumb posts, and we have like product breadcrumb posts, and we have coaching, like recruiting breadcrumbs. So this is where we don't flat out say, hey, join my Beachbody team, I'm a Beachbody coach. But we might say something like, I actually had a post, I remember, like a very specific one from when I was in Vegas on a vacation with my family, and I woke up early in the morning, got my laptop out, went outside, and I did my daily vitals at like 6 o'clock in the morning before everybody else woke up from their hangover. And I just posted like, I love that I'm able to help other women even when I'm on my vacation in Vegas, or I love that I'm able to take my computer with me on the other side of the country and still be able to grow this business, or not even say grow this business, but help women with on their health and fitness journey, or whatever it might be. But you're leaving just like little breadcrumbs in your posts to make people a little bit more interested in what it is that you're doing. So you can do that with recruiting, and then you can even do that with just a straight up, like kind of like a glimpse into your challenge group. Then there was one more that I wanted to share about our posts. Lifestyle, engagement. Oh, transformation posts. So our transformation posts are huge. So I usually do them on Fridays. Not every Friday, it really depends, but this doesn't have to be a physical transformation necessarily. It can be. You can say like, oh my God, I literally started this program 3 weeks ago. I'm already down like 10 inches and 3 pounds, whatever. And you can show a side by side and just share how this is changing your life. But a transformation post can also be mental and emotional. It can be like, how has this opportunity, or how has this challenge group and meeting these other women and having like this new group of girlfriends changed your life? And sharing about that on your post too. And we call it a breadcrumb. That's also kind of like a breadcrumb, even though if you're doing like the physical transformation, you're obviously like sharing what you're doing. But as far as like saying the accountability and talking about like the new friends that you're making, that's also like a breadcrumb, like a segue into coaching or the challenge groups. So those are like the main posts that we kind of talk about in this business. And that's really been what has helped me stay pretty consistent. And I have a tracker that I can even share. I'm going to probably share that to the Team Amplify group. Actually, I have to make sure I still have it. It was on a different computer, but and I can get that all set up for you guys if you guys want to see my tracker. And I'll also post the bat from Beachbody if you guys want to see that as well, just to help you kind of like mark off your days. Trying to think if there was anything else that I wanted to talk about today. I just felt like giving you a little overview of what we do daily and how we invite in this business, etc., would be helpful for today. Do you guys have any questions? Chelsea's like, I'm gonna unmute myself right now.
Well, I kind of do, but is there like a set number on like how many people you should have in your challenge group? Because I feel like since this is my first challenge group and I'm running it through the month of May, and I think I have like 10 girls, and I don't know if that's like too many for me to like try to keep track of.
So I don't think 10 is too many. The thing is though, is that you are brand new and you're running it by yourself. So that can be like a challenge for sure. So that's kind of up to you right now. I know that, I hope you're using the Babe Cave as like getting some ideas and stuff, because I don't know, where are you getting like all your ideas and stuff for your challenge group right now? Like your daily posts and stuff. You're just kind of like winging it, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of just threw myself in.
I know. And you know what? Like, that's kind of amazing, because it took me a while to start my first challenge group. So it's awesome that you did just throw yourself into it. But if you're feeling overwhelmed already, then maybe it's up to you. You either want to make sure you stay in the Babe Cave also and look at what we're doing and what we're posting every single day to give yourself like some ideas. And really just like one-on-one, you can reach out to those people specifically as well. You don't have to like know every single thing about every single person every single day. But as long as you're posting in your challenge group at least once a day and asking for feedback and, you know, making sure the girls are staying on track and stuff, I mean, I think you're killing it so far. You're doing a great job. But if it's getting overwhelming, then reach out so that, you know, we can
No,
help.
it's not yet. It's just if I were to do those daily invites, I don't know what I would invite people to because I don't think I want to take any more people. So
Chelsea, sometimes the group energy though ends up taking some of the work off of your plate because the more people are engaging with each other, it kind of gets other people to like keep people motivated.
Yeah.
And then they want to show up because other people are showing up. So I know, like with the Babe Cave, even
We were at
lot
like
of
40 people when I joined.
yeah,
When we went in, and now we're at 130.
yeah,
And the energy is crazy. And we're not like specifically tracking each and every person every single day, but we're posting and we're doing like what our job is. And then each coach, since like Lori she had the first 6 days, I have the last 6 or 7 days of the month. So we have just like a specific set of days that we're posting, like we schedule everything. And then we are making sure that we're just keeping up with our clients. So you might even want to like pair up with somebody to run a challenge group so that you don't feel like it's all on you. But exactly what Lori said, like when you get more people, the energy just becomes like crazy. But you'll also have those people that'll be like kind of not posting at all and not doing anything. And then you have to just kind of talk to them and see where their head's at because, you know, sometimes those people, they need like an extra push.
okay.
The other thing is, have you checked out any of the challenge tracker? There's challenge tracker guides in Beachbody. And when I've done a specific program, like I did a group with, for Morning Meltdown. And so for that one, we followed the challenge tracker and we used the information that Beachbody provided. But I've done other ones where if a lot of people are doing the same program, I've looked at what the challenge tracker guide is. And it just kind of triggers like, oh, if I'm on this day and the program is going to be an upper body day, I don't need to say word for word what they said. And I don't necessarily need to use the image that they used, but it triggers like, oh, that's a good idea to post about this. And then it kind of gets you thinking in the right direction of what you want to post that day.
Okay. Where do I find that? The challenge tracker?
Would we just look in? I'm looking for it right now. It could probably be in.
Yeah, you know what? They probably rearranged it when they
because I'm
added bod groups.
Right. I can help you find it.
Yeah, we don't have to worry about it right now, but
that's the thing with the Babe Cave too, is where we paid like 5 of us split the cost of a woman who actually created most of our posts for us. And it's like amazing because we make sure we like it first. We're not just going to post crap. And then we tweak it to like what we really want it to say. And then it makes it a little bit easier. So we're not reinventing the wheel. That's the beauty with Beachbody too, is you don't have to reinvent the wheel. There's so much. If you just keep digging through the Beachbody website, there's so many things that they give you there to help you with all of this. I do want to find that, the different challenge group guide though.
Yeah, it's great because they have one for every single program.
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where that would be. I wonder if it would just be in like the FAQ or something.
So yeah, I haven't gone on since we've been doing I haven't looked at that area since we've been doing it. And they revamped.
We'll look through and we'll find it for you guys.
Okay.
It might just be in the coach online office.
It is in the coach office, but I forget if it's under I'm
gonna search it too.
If you go to Grow My Business, And then I think it's product, tools, and shareable media.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so it's in the coach office, grow my business, and then
it's product, tools, and shareable media. And then
Here, I'll share my screen really quick.
okay.
So here's our office, grow my business, product tools, shareable media. See it right here?
Okay, yes. I think I saw that. Okay.
Yeah. And then let's see. I guess it could be, is it this? So, so there's all different ones. So you're doing, what are you, so these are for specific programs, but there are ones that
wait,
are.
actually, I think what page were you on before? Because actually, I think that might have been where they have.
And I started at this.
Oh, wait, yes, there it is. Challenge group guides.
Yeah.
So then it should break it down. If you scroll down, it should have per program.
Yeah. So if you're doing, you were doing 21 Day Fix right now, right? So here's.
I am doing 21 Day Fix. I have a couple other girls doing it, and then.
Yeah. So this is even cool because, so sometimes what we end up doing, right now we kind of have our group just keeps rolling over, but like in the past, if we're creating a brand new challenge group. So if you wanted to create a different group for June, you might have the last week of May as your prep week. So here they have like prep day one, like prep week day one. So you can do a whole week of prep to get them kind of prepared. And it's a cool, like they introduce themselves. Where do you live? What's your job? Like get them to kind of know each other. And here's like a picture. Do you have to use this picture? Do you have to use this exactly? No, but it's good to kind of go through. And then look, this is awesome too. It's showing them specifically what the containers are for. So I know some of your girls are just using, maybe just did the 2-week free trial, but the beauty of this is that this is showing them like, hey, if you were to do the challenge pack, you're going to get these awesome containers. These are going to help you with your nutrition. You're going to get the, not for 21 Day Fix, but there will be posts about, what do you call it? Like Shakeology, and there'll be posts about Energize and Recover and all the different supplements and stuff. So it's a way for you to not only have a schedule, but also to kind of promote things a little bit and to be like, these are all the things you should be also using these to get the best results.
Okay, and then I have one more question, and then I'll shut up.
Oh, I love the questions. You're fine.
Oh no, now it's just gone right out of my head. The 10 girls that I have, they all don't have like Instagram, or they all don't have Facebook. So what we've done is like created a group text. So any advice for that?
Yes,
Everyone's all over the place?
You ready? You ready for this?
If it's the Beachbody,
Hold on.
they don't check it either.
If it's the what?
The BOD Groups app.
Yeah, but have you created an actual group on there? Like, and
Do
you're
they
posting the BOD group?
Mm-hmm.
Do they have the Beachbody On Demand app where they can just track like their water intake?
Yeah, and that's where we were doing everything. And then they were like, I just forget to check the app. And then so I was like, all right, well, how am I going to communicate with you then? And then so we just started like a massive group text.
Well, I mean, a massive group text is not the worst thing in the world. If you're feeling like, are they literally just not responding in your challenge group at all?
No, I mean, you mean like on the app?
Do you have a Facebook group going?
I do have a Facebook group, but not everyone has Facebook.
Oh. I don't know. That's up to you. That's really up to whatever you think is best.
Maybe I'll just move it back over to the BOD groups and do
but the BOD groups, just so you know, it used to just be like the My Challenge Tracker. It's brand new, so there's a lot of, it literally just came out this month. They just like streamed it, so it's very glitchy right now. So if you have any issues with it, reach out, ask questions, but just so you know, it is glitchy because it's brand new. It's like,
yeah, I was a part of Beachbody when they had like the old one, and this one seems better, but it definitely is glitchy.
Yeah, it'll all work itself out, but for right now, just like don't freak out if it's messing with you a little bit.
I did notice that it does look a little bit better today, because I was posting for the first couple of days and mine were all completely out of order, and Annie posted today and it's starting to look a little bit more normal. So it's going in the right direction.
Nice. That's good. That's definitely good. And that's like with everything. People are gonna bitch and complain, but Beachbody has a way of just making sure everything works out. Like they never leave their customers behind. They never leave their coaches to like just die. Like we are always taking care. Like this company takes care of us. So everything does always work out. Even with this pandemic going on, like they will like profusely apologize for your shipments being delayed, but like there's a pandemic going on. If you're going to complain about that, like you need to sort out your priorities.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
Energize on the other hand, though.
what?
Energize on the other hand.
Yeah, that shit needs to get here today. So, so I'm trying to, yeah, and like, don't feel like if you feel like you want to throw some people in the babe cave, you are brand new. Like all of our new coaches are going to be putting their clients in there for right now before they start their new group. You would just like went in head first, and that's amazing. You keep doing that. I love it. But if you did want to like throw anybody in there, or you kind of wanted to take a seat, like take a step back and see how we kind of run it maybe next month, and then start a new one after, it's up to you. But I wouldn't really slow down because I think you've been a coach since the 28th of April. So you dove head first, and it's just all gonna come together. But you did take on a lot, but that's okay. I wouldn't really back off because then you'll lose momentum. Just keep going, crushing it. Okay. How you feeling? Good. Allison, you're quiet.
I've kind of done something like this before. That's just Mary Kay, not exactly the same, but you know, so I have a little bit of experience.
Oh, you did Mary Kay.
I still do.
Oh, you do?
Even if I stop selling it, I will never stop using my Mary Kay, I promise.
Oh, no, that's fine. I don't care. Just Beachbody has a very strict policy where if you hit like a diamond rank, you can't be like you can't be a distributor of any other what do you call it, like companies. Like you can't work for Advocare and Beachbody at the same time and be making like substantial incomes off both. It is against like our policy and procedures. But if you're not really actively selling Mary Kay and a diamond coach at the same time, then you're okay. But that's not really something to even worry about right now.
No, I'm good. But I mean, a lot of the groups and things that there's a lot of similarity between both of the things, the trainings that I've gotten.
Mm-hmm. I promise we're better.
Lori, how long have you been a coach?
So I've been a coach a couple times, but like I've gone all in, I guess last summer, when I went to Summit is really when I like started actually taking it seriously. Nice. So in hindsight, I should have done what you're doing right now, but I love it.
We were actually talking about Lori like yesterday, I think, behind your back. And
great.
No, it was amazing. We were just talking about like how you can just see such a change in so many people. I'm gonna stop sharing and I'm gonna stop recording now because we're just kind of chatting.